Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Hey, Imani, how are you doing? So you can hear me. Thank you, Jenny. And how you doing, Jenny? Hey, TC. Hey, Memphis T. I named this video "Dropping the Bag Can Lead to Big Bucks." It's true. I don't see anything wrong with it. The people seem to like it. You know, the people that's participating, you know exactly what you're going to get for your money. You know, um, like each channel have their own rules. So before you drop a bag, you need to know the rules of the bag drop. Okay. Um, and like I said, I like it because I like to see people get bought down. I just do, and I like to see them get bought back up. And I've been bought down and bought back up before, you know. And I the first time it kind of stung, you know, but I got over it very quickly. But you know, anybody can get it, you know. Ain't nobody special. Some people don't think that, you know, like if they cool with somebody, that they shouldn't get bought. But if I did the buy down, everybody would be, you know, anybody can get it, you know, because that's being fair across the board, okay? No favoritism. Hey, Dr. Soapy, you know, no favoritism. So let me look at my notes because I'm a couple of days behind. But wasn't a lot of stuff I was really interested in. And then sometimes I just like to unwind from YouTube, okay? Well, Brenda had the heels contest tonight. And, you know, I didn't watch it because I don't be watching a lot of the contests. But I always go to see the aftermath. You know, like I scroll all the way to the end to see who won. Everybody seemed to be pleased, even the losers. Okay, the losers all got $50 a piece for just participating, and I thought that was really nice. Uh, the judges, you know, gave like the Lady La and Nisa, they got $50 a piece. And then it was another lady, but I think she had left, but they're going to get her cash out to send her 52. All right. Well, the third prize winner was London. She's from the Mo3B sector. She won $125. The second prize went to Lady Tia, and I'm thinking that's the Lady Tia over here in the beef sector. She won $250. And dun da da da, the first prize winner was Sheila E. She showed up and they said she showed out and she won $450. And that's not too bad for a Saturday night of entertainment. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, when I get a time, I'm gonna, go red ball it, and I want to see the shoes that the women wore. And there was two men judges, and they really talked good about the ladies' feet and their shoes. They was telling their favorites and all of that. So that was a different twist. The men getting to talk about how pretty your feet were in your shoe, what kind of shoe that would turn them on. And I thought that was pretty neat because it's a lot of people that are, they have feet fetishes. They love a lady with a pretty foot, you know. And like London, she was in the contest that I think Skoka had, and it was with the feet, the pretty feet, or either Broadway. And like London won second prize in that. And then she placed in the Halloween contest. So London is making her rounds on these contests, child, and she getting that money on. You hear me? And she also said that I don't know if all of the shoes or just some of them that she wore tonight, they was back when she used to be a stripper. And see, she just went in the closet and got a badass pair of shoes, stripper shoes, and got second place in the contest. So, she didn't go out and just buy brand new shoes. She used what she had, you know. And a lot of people, men and women, have shoe fetishes. They just buy shoes. Now, I was one of those. I bought shoes. I love shoes. All kind. So I could see a person like overspending on shoes, and I don't see a problem in it if you can afford it. Okay, but that's enough about the shoe contest. Brenda did have an after party. I did not attend, but I'm gonna go and see what that's about too. And then I seen that Lolo she had, and she was, hers was the after, the after the high heel contest. So, there'll be some things for some people on YouTube to look at. Um, this is where I'm going to start. Let me see, make this bigger and tell you guys what I've been seeing out here on these YouTube streets. Okay. Okay, I went by my hairs. This was a couple of days ago. He did a live on his In the Lab Live channel. And Gina was up there, and she was just going on and on and on. And a lot of people didn't like it, and they bought her down, like for $50. And then people started sending my hair, like money, money, money to keep her down. And do you know it got up to $185? You know, different people just was like $10, $20, $50, whatever. And they were sitting there, and the total got up to $185. Now you're not well like when they get like that, child. Okay, and that's enough about my hairs. I didn't make many notes on that. Um, and then I went to Chanel's page, and Chanel was discussing why she can't get food stamps anymore. And she said, I think it was like 2022, something like that. Uh, that her and Mink they used to be cool, but when they fell out, Mink called the like the food stamp people and told them that Chanel had sold her like $200 of stamps. But Chanel said she didn't sell them to her, that Mink needed like some assistance, like food. And so she took a picture of her debit card for the food stamps and gave her the PIN number. And now you can do the stuff. You can just go to the store and say, "Hey, my card don't work, but I know my number," and just put the number in. and then they'll and then put your pin in, and then you can purchase. I've seen people do that before. But Chanel said that Meek turned her in, and she haven't been able to get stamps like since 2022, something like that. And and she said she's still eating and she feed her child and stuff. So she was just letting everybody know that that's what happened between them a couple of years back. And another thing about Chanel that I forgot to tell you guys, the couple of times I made a couple of lives since I found this news out. She said she's pregnant. So congratulations. And that's see, I think that's all on that. Okay, now I was at Big Babies, and she was doing her live, and she was dragging Judge Fifi, and Chanel was over there also, and they just had a drag fest. And SD hit the link. He wanted to talk about 88, which he had been going all over the Mo3B sector, and every panel he get on, he was wanting to discuss her. And he was going on a lot of people's panels that did not like 88. So of course they was dragging 88, okay? Well, when he went to Big Babies and jumped on the panel, he wanted to talk about 88 because the captain was there. And the captain and 88 have a baby together. Well, the captain and Big Baby kept saying, we don't want to talk about 88. My Big Baby was saying, my lab is not about that. Let's talk about something else, like what's going on the YouTube street. But conversation would keep going back to 88. Well, he said that 88 had sent him like a video of her having sex with that Carlos guy. And they were saying, like, man, why are you saying that you got that you asked for it? And he said, yeah. And he don't think that's weird, but like every panel that he go on now, they telling him how weird that is. That you would like to see somebody having sex with your woman or your girl or whatever, because she's not the main woman. Jade is, but still. And he keep lying and say he didn't ask her, and he didn't even say he did ask her, and all of that. Okay, well, the captain just shut down. I ain't want to talk to you about none of this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about 88. Well, baby was saying the same thing because she was feeding her baby, bathing the baby. You have to wipe them up and stuff in the morning, want them to smell fresh. Well, she was doing her mama duties like that, and plus feeding the baby and all of that. Well, she was putting herself on mute a lot to attend to her child. So that would leave the captain and SD up there. And so the captain just finally said, I don't want to hear any more, about her. I don't want to talk about her. And then he was saying, go spend time with your child. You got a child with her. And then he called the child name, which is Michaela. Well, and I said, oh my God, this gonna get bad. And Captain said, well, you just need to spend time with your kid. And he was saying, but you need to check on Michaela and this and that. And he was saying, the captain was saying, man, I don't want to talk about no kids. No, leave that alone. I'm telling you, you need to take her to the park. You need to do something like that. Well, then the captain started calling SD kids bastards and stuff. And they was going back and forth. And then when Big Baby came back, she was like, what the hell going on? Because the guys was really fussing back and forth then. And so she got rid of SD, because her and Captain is cool. And they didn't want to hear about 88, And but sometimes People won't, when they want to talk about something, they're going to talk about it. You're going to either have to dump them off the panel or, like time them out or something. Well, later on, uh, Cam talked too much, did a live. And see, Gina was in Big Baby live when I was in there. Well, then when Cam went live, Gina wound up over there, and I didn't know he was live, but then I found out he was live. So when I went over there, Gina was on the panel, and she was telling 88 everything that happened at Big Baby's earlier. Everything that was discussed over there, which ain't nothing wrong with that. That was giving Cam content where he didn't have to do a whole lot of talking. Well, and they were like, "What are you saying?" And she was saying, "Well, yeah, he even brought your daughter up and this and that, and he called her by her name and this and that, And 88 was saying, "Man, he's gonna make me lose my cool, and he gonna, She was like that, like she was weak, and okay, because she was, she didn't think that SD would do that, bring her daughter up, but he did. And so what 88 said that she was gonna call the CPS on him. Because now I can't think of who else, okay, but she put it out there in the atmosphere that she was gonna call CPS. So that floated around on YouTube streets for a couple of days. Well, tonight over on BIMPS, SD said that CPS did get called because at BIMPS, um, Gina was up there and she was talking to him about it and about other things. And they bought Gina, Gina got bought down. And so he was up there, and then the guy started asking him questions. Well, how did this happen and what's going on? And I seen you did a thumbnail showing her playing with her, you know what. And you know what? Now that's the going thing over there in the Mo 3-piece sector. When these guys, you break up with the guy or whatever, if you did any kind of stuff, playing, acting and stuff behind stage, they take your picture while you're doing whatever you're doing, and then they make thumbnails out of it. SD had made a thumbnail about showing 88 in the process of pleasing herself. Okay? And they say straight like that did pictures like that today too. I don't know. I didn't see the thumbnail, but it came up with those men talking on BIMPs. So 80 SD made a thumbnail with 88, and plus he made lives and he was dragging her too. Well, then straight like that, him and Peaches been into it. They've been bumping heads for a couple of weeks. And so he allegedly had made a thumbnail of her pleasuring herself. Child, what y'all think about that, child? Ain't that a damn mess? And SD been calling 88 tramps and this and that, and that ain't my woman. But he have said that's his woman before, but he's denied everything that they saying. He's saying he didn't do it. He's saying he didn't cry. He ain't never cried on YouTube. Which, child, I put in the chat, I seen you cry. With Wolf Dem, which is Kershaw, he was on the panel. Um, him, Bato, Donald Goins, it was several guys. And so they were talking, talking to him, like men would talk to each other. And, he everything they said he had done, he told, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But he did do it. I seen him cry quite a few times on YouTube. He used to cry with Big because he thought Big 357 was going with his woman, Jay. Jay was just trolling him, and she would sit on the panel with 357 because she knew that SD couldn't come over there and mess with her and all of that, and he would just cry, you know. He cried because Jaded beat him up. I seen him cry about that. I seen him cry several times on her, but he said the only time he cried is because him and Cam had got into it one time, and he said he wanted to ill Cam, and that's why he was crying. And he was so mad that he wanted to ill Cam, and he couldn't get to Cam. Which both of y'all right in Texas now, y'all wasn't trying to get to each other. Okay, well, um, it when 88 was mad, child, she was dragging SD so bad. She was telling him he drink pee, that he piss in the bed, he eat bloody, you know what? Um, he like fingers in his booty, and she was saying all kind of shit. Okay, and I was saying, damn, man. And of course, I made the laugh yesterday regarding Nika, how somebody, and I'm saying they from the B sector because them people over in Mo 3 B sector ain't got no reason to do this. Some dirty whore from over here in the B sector, they played a recording. Like, soon as they hit the link, it had Nika cussing it. And, and they were saying, who is this? And what? And what? What? They was like that. And the person after the recording went off, they just dropped. And so after that person dropped that was portraying himself to be Nika, the people on the panel, someone was saying, who is Nika? They didn't know Nika. And then there was another name dropped, and I can't remember that name. And I was wondering if that's who got authenticated. You know? Can't think of what the name is. It's on my last damn live. I mean, my live that I did the other day. That was like an hour long when I was talking about the dirty shit these people are doing over here. Okay, but they're not just doing it in the beef section. They doing it in all the sectors. They doing dirty, low down shit. That's why I'm fooling on these folks. Okay, yeah, I don't know who trying to set Nika up. And on the panel that belonged to, that was OG Shakira. And um, I I don't know a lot about this content creator. I just really noticed her lately because she did a live the day that Donna Barnes got out of jail, and that's how I found out about her. You know, um, and she's a fan of Donna Barnes. You know, and it is what it is. They real cool. But that was on her panel. So whenever she go live, because I did subscribe to her, I'm gonna hit her panel and tell her don't even that there's somebody being playing a trick or a troll that was not Nika cussing y'all. That was from her live she did. I don't know when that live was. It was an old live. Okay. And child Gina went live. Her first live, she had a pretty good crowd. Um 88 took Happy back. So I'm gonna drop Gina link in here, even though I don't fool with her. I told your friends are foe. I will drop a link because like yesterday I think she had like 300 and some subscribers. So if any of you guys like Gina, subscribe to her. I'm getting ready to drop her link in here. Just give me a second. Okay, here it is. Just a second. And if you guys don't mind, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Now that's Gina link. You know, like I said, I subscribe to everybody. But some people don't. If they don't like you, they don't subscribe to you. Well, I'm not like that. Okay, I may not. I may put it where I don't get no notification, from you. But for some people, it's harder to get to the thousand than others. I don't think Gina have a problem, but some of these people they come on, they struggle trying to get to their thousand. And what can it hurt to just hit the button? You know, everyone count. Hey, Big Red Diva. Hey, Daquan. Hey, Libra. See, making sure I spoke to everybody. Just a second. Hey, Jin win. Jin always win. Candy cane. Hey, Shano. Okay. I think that's everybody. Yeah. Hey, TC. Yeah, I think that's everybody. So let me see where I was at on my note. Hey, Bird. Let me see where I was at on my nose, child. I'm trying to get through this so I can get back over there to Bimps or go to Brenda's after party. And I might swing by Lolo's. You never know with me. Well, I told you that 88 dumped Happy. Well, honey, she took him back at Gina's. I don't know where this beef started with Nurse K and Resto, but she cannot stand Resto. Do you hear me? She is like, Resto, leave Nurse K alone, please. Everybody not gonna like you, Resto. She just one of the people. She ain't gonna never like you. Some people just don't like you. So I would not address her or anything because she's gonna keep cussing you out real, real bad because she say you're a liar and all of that. Okay. Yesterday, Lady Nika, she made 2 lives in the beef sector. I was in both of those, and she was dragging the hell out of Ronnie Q, honey. But they say Ronnie Q was over there, and she was dragging the hell out of Nika. And they say Ronnie Q husband was helping drag Nika. And I said, shut your mouth. Let me go up and see what else I got. Okay. Now, yesterday was kind of messy. I was back and forth between Chanel Live and Donald Goins Live. What Donald Goins did a live, and it had like a news, like a short. The news don't be but the different segments don't be but a couple of minutes. Okay. Well, he played a segment of the news. It said this man in California had robbed a Home Depot and maybe like him and one of the people that worked there got into a scuffle. The person fell and hit their head and passed away. He said that was Chanel husband. Well, that wasn't Chanel husband. And Chanel went live and showed who had been robbed the Home Depot and TJ Maxx. And the articles that she pulled up, Donald Goins' picture and showing that he had robbed the Home Depot. He was in a high speed chase from the police. He wrecked into some people and all of that. Okay. And I think that was like in 2018 or something like that. And then she also had another article, and it showed that he had robbed like a TJ Maxx, and he did a high speed chase on that. And the way this high speed chase stopped, he like just said fuck it and bagged up into somebody's driveway, and that's where they arrested him at. Well, Chanel also said that the man that did depot, like pushed the man down or whatever he did to the employee, got life in prison. Well, you see, the Chanel husband is there with you, with her. And like that Home Depot was like in California. It wasn't in, I think Chanel lived in Ohio or something like that. It was like two whole different states. Well, Chanel said that she will be contacting the prosecuting attorney concerning him. She said that she feels unsafe in her child because she have a child at home, even though she have a husband. That they're saying that Donald Gordon is slandering their names, putting false information out, and they want it stopped. And she also said she was going to contact the judge and the bond people, whoever bonded him out. She said she gonna contact all of them. Okay, and I was saying, whoa, wow. Wait a minute. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. Yeah, she said she like fear for her child, and he put these jackets on her and her husband, and so she want like he put a target on their back over something that's not true. So that's why she's going to the prosecuting attorney office and the judge and the bondsman, and she have all that information too. You know, and then like the person that did the crime, like pushed the Home Depot employee down. That person was white that did that, and Chanel husband is black. Okay, now that's all I'm saying on that. Honey, yesterday, you remember I did a live and said how Dimples and Olivia was over there at Bertha Mays fight. Oh, child. And like this live started off, I think they was talking about this white dude named Candor, and they say he's a racist. But it's a lot of people racist out here, you know. And I'm not gonna try to run Candor off. I didn't bring him to the beef sector, then I'm not finna run him off. Now y'all can run him off. I done did enough fighting on these men and disrespectful and all of that, like with BZ and ZX. I done fought with them a million times. But see, they have places they can come to in the beef sector and feel comfortable. And want to call you all kind of hookers and bitches and old bitch you need, all that kind of stuff. Well, as long as they have a end to come into the sector, they're gonna come over here. But like I told Beasley and ZX, they welcome to come over here. But if they could come at me, if they come at me the wrong way, I'm abandoning them. It ain't gonna be just no goddamn blocking, because I ain't got the fool with you. I can always fight you out in the streets. Well, honey, ZX is supposed to have a go for the love of ZX. Now, who's in it, I don't know. But it's a lot of women that think that he is sexy, you know. So maybe he'll find love, you know. Hell, at least he's single. And ZX, you gonna have married women and all that in your for the love of ZX. Everybody else having married people doing it. ZX, you gonna have married women. ZX, you gonna invite Gina to be on your show. I'll let her know about the for the love of ZX. Okay. Good child. Well, honey, at Birthday Mays, they was talking about that. Okay, that was like the topic. And Olivia, everybody knows she don't fool. She called white people interlopers and all of that. Okay, and she just don't want white people on her panel. She don't really want them in her chat and this and that. Okay. Well, while she was up there expressing her feelings about white people and all of this, she was looking in the chat, and it was different people in the chat that she was dragging that were white. And like I said, a lot of people, I don't know if they white. I ain't never heard their voice and stuff. Because she says Sarah is white. I don't know. I know I speak to Sarah around, but I don't be looking at that. Not on YouTube, because really ain't nobody got no color on here, because most people don't show their face. Okay? Because y'all know I don't look like no big old orange pea. You know. And she was calling Bertha May a troll and this and that, because Bertha May was a troll. She have never shown her face. Well, I'll just say I've never seen her face, and I ain't got to see Bertha May face. You know, I can just imagine her. You know, I know she's a shit talker, just like me. You know, and she just decided to start a channel. She was a scrapper for years and years and years. Well, her Dimples wound up hitting the panel. Wait a minute. Now, before Dimples got up there, she drugged Sir King. He was one of the people that she drugged. She drugged Sarah. I think a person named Fack. It was several people that she was reaching down in chat for. Well, Dimples, she wound up in the chat. I seen her when she came in, because I speak. I speak to everybody. So Dimples was in there, but I didn't know she didn't care for Olivia, and I didn't know Olivia didn't care for her. Well, Dimples hit the link and was saying we was having a good time over here. It wasn't all this like don't like white people and this and that, and why don't you just leave and shut the fuck up? And then they were going back and forth. Nick, Olivia was calling him the F word. Yag would start with an F, and the one would act gut. The F would act gut with it, and all of that. Well, Bertha May said, she had put herself on mute, and I guess she was pilling around in the house or whatever she was doing. But she started receiving texts and phone calls. Hey, you gonna get struck because Olivia up there throwing that F bomb around a whole lot. And you two don't look down on that kindly. So that's when that Bertha May came back up, trying to figure out what was wrong. And then she dropped Olivia in the backstage. The way I found out about she dropped Olivia in the backstage is because Olivia did commentary on it. Okay? And I'll get to that. Well, after a while, she let Olivia back up. And when Olivia came back up, Dimple just said, forget this shit. And she bounced. Okay? So, child, that was a bit much. Well, I went by Olivia's because I knew she was going to go live after what she went through over there at Bertha Mae's. And she was dragging Bertha Mae. She was saying she never have liked Bertha Mae. Um, when they had it, like you get so many subscribers, you could use your community wall. Well, she said that Bertha Mae used to come at her on her community wall. And then they was getting into it in chats and shit for years, okay? So they talked it like that, and then the live was over. Well, when Olivia went live, she was talking about it, and she was cussing, and she was talking about Bertha Mae, and she talked about Dimples some more. And okay, I'm just making sure. I said she talked about Olivia on the community wall. And when she was dragging Bertha Mess, she was saying that she need to put her teeth in. And if she ain't got no teeth, she need to go to the dentist and get her some teeth. And she said that Bertha May, the main problem that Bertha May was mad at is because she didn't say Bertha May's name. You know, like when she be talking about Bertha May, she don't say her name. And she said that everybody know that she don't beef anymore. Well, honey, she was doing a good job when she was cussing Dimple's ass out. But Dimple was cussing back too, honey. They was gang banging, child. So I went by Pastor's. I think that was this morning, and Simon was over there. I can't think of who the lady was. I can't think of her name. Well, Simon been running them up, on YouTube around these different areas. Today he love lemon. Tonight he'll hate lemon. It's like that. Some days Simon have good things to say about lemon. Other times he don't like lemon. So he was going through that. And Giant, because he started calling with the women on their bitches and stuff, and shut up, bitch, and all that kind of stuff. And Jay Wilson was saying, "No, man, you got to stop that. You don't be calling them out their name." And he was saying, "You the bitch." He was telling Simon that, and Simon said, "Oh, you need some dick, and you need a lover, and all, this and that." And Jay Wilson said, "I got a man," and Jay Wilson kept saying, "Cam up." You talking about how people look and this and that. Cam up. And he used to call him a dirt dauber, because he say that Simon don't take baths. I don't know if the man bath or not, but that was kind of how he was dragging him. And he made Simon shut his mouth, because Simon like to keep talking when people are trying to talk. And he was saying, "You shut your guy. Don't you say another motherfucking word. Shut the fuck up." He was talking to Simon like that, child. He so told Simon, like, because he kept telling him to come up, come up, come up. Simon never did. Now, Simon, why you don't come up anymore? You used to, but to each his own. But that was the main drag. And Jay Wilson said the next time he come live, if Simon come over there and hit his link, he's got to cam up. It ain't that no more. You ain't gonna come here showing out and can't look at these people in their face while you doing it. And I watched a little bit of that and I said, let me bounce. Well, Jay Wilson came back on later and he was talking about Roe, because they say Roe is taking line dancing classes and this and that. I don't see nothing wrong with doing that. If that's what you want to learn how to do, line dance, they'll go do it. Okay. Well, on the next live, while Jay Wilson was doing his little commentary, Brian hit the link. And Brian didn't speak of nothing. He just started talking about the pastor. And the pastor didn't take too kindly with that. Now I don't know how they ended because I went somewhere else, but I don't have to catch up on Pastor's Live because he was up there acting a fool. Now that first one he acted a fool, and I know he acted on the second one, but I didn't watch all of it, But I'm gonna watch it because I want to see how him and Brian iron their differences out, or if they iron them out. Because they make up today and they break up tomorrow. They do that. You know. So and so, Brian, he said he don't really want to have anything to do with Roe anymore. And that's the same thing that Rose said. Rose, sometimes people are too hard to be your friend. And if you got a friend like that that's just too much work, I get rid of those kind of people, because I can't do that. I have done it. I have done it and stayed friends a long time. But I still had to think about myself. It ain't gonna always and this what's happening to me, and this, this man ain't acting right, or you know, uh, just all kind of problems all the time. I can't take that anymore. I'm too old for that. And then if you get advice, they're not gonna follow it. They're just gonna come back and complain some more. Because to me, everybody that has a problem, you got to figure out how to fix it. It ain't nobody else's job to fix the problem. I don't ask people no advice about my fucking life. It's my life. I make my own decisions. I don't need no help. Mm-mm. And I'm so happy I'm not like that, you know? But I just get tired of being a dump, and that's what I was for a long time. With friends on the outside. I guess it was when my age that I was getting a lot of that because some of my girlfriends was married, having kids, and listening to them hair problems. I don't want to hear that shit. But I did, I did until I got tired, child. I started telling them I ain't answering no damn. I ain't answering the phone. And tell them I'm asleep. Tell them I ain't here. I was doing shit like that and putting my phone on do not fucking disturb. Why you didn't answer your phone? Girl, I didn't know you called me. You had your phone off because they said ring a certain kind of way when you have it off and all that kind of shit. But I ain't studying that shit. I know what I did. I turned my shit off and put it in do not disturb. And they got tired of calling me because I wouldn't answer. Okay. You figure out why the hell I ain't answering the phone for you when I used to. You know? You figure out why. It's a reason for me not answering my phone. And you my girl. It's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I ain't got to tell you why. You figure the shit out. You know? Okay. I went and spent some time with Kwani yesterday. And Kwani drug Rodney. I like Kwani and I like Rodney. But Rodney, she said like Rodney like wishy-washy and she said a whole lot of stuff, okay? I listened to her. But he wasn't the only person that she discussed. Trying to see if I put any notes in here or did I forget? I guess I forgot to do that. Okay, well then Rodney went live And he was saying that he had never did anything to Kwani. He don't know why she, come at him like that. Um, he was like puzzled. And he was saying some little things back, but I don't think they gonna really be a beef. I just hope it don't. Because I like both of them. And then Rodney, he also apologized to Beasley. And for what the hell he apologized to Beasley, I don't know. And he apologized to Tulsa. Tulsa did not accept his apology. She said, "Hey, I'm good. I just won't be back coming back over here." I think it had something to do about if they could drag Tracy or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. Because I'm really puzzled on that, you know. But I know Tracy did do a live and say that she will. This better get straightened out here. She finna start dragging the people that these people be on they panel that's supposed to be cool with her, and they letting people just drag her for the hell up. And she said that she can drag too. And she said she don't give a damn who it is, which I don't blame her. Okay. Well, Rodney, let me okay, apologize to Diva. I mean Tulsa. Okay. Well, he started talking about Olivia too, because Olivia don't really care for Rodney. And he said that Olivia is a flip flopper. And he said that Tulsa has turned on him several times when he haven't done a thing to her. Tulsa, she'll be your friend today and she not your friend tonight and stuff like that. He said he have never turned on Tulsa. And Uppity, he drove the hell out of Uppity. And it took him long enough to finally get her fat ass. Because Uppity gets up there on his link and she acts the biggest damn fool. But she act the biggest fool everywhere she go. She pick with people in the chat. She mess with everybody on the panel. She causes hell, okay? And he has some good words for her. Said he was tired of uppity shit. He said she needed to lose some goddamn weight. And she need to stay the fuck away from him. He said she talked too goddamn much. And when Uppity was up on his panel, now this was the day before, but the next day, that's when he was saying his grievances against Uppity. And I went and looked at the lab that he was talking about that she had the fool on. Uppity drug Sassy. She drug YouTube cameras. She drug exposed TV. Her and Candor got into it. She drug Film Noir, Fat. Now that's a lot of people, ain't it? She drug that damn many people because she was drunk as a skunk that morning. And she drug every damn body over there. You hear me? And then Miss Toby and Candor got into it. Now, Kobe, I don't care for Toby, but a lot of people like her. That's only good, like her. But she had hit his link. And she started going at Candor, calling him white and, different shit like that. With Candor, when he was going back at her, he said, "You need to go in the kitchen and cook me some chicken." Well, that made the biggest mess over in the beef sector. You know, it made a big old mess. Well, Rodney said that Candor can't come back to his channel because of that. And, you know, people have been saying he was calling black people nignog. And when they found out what nignog is, it's just another name like nigger. But it's just from their country. Because Candor is not from here. You know, they language is different, but it's like a derogatory. If you call somebody a nigga, it's just like calling a white person calling a black person a nigga. And see, that came out like a year ago. He was under a different name and this and that. But he's not the only white person that have called people niggas and be still over in the sector. And it's the fact, Jack, and it ain't my job to put him out. You know, that's just the way it is. Now he comes in my link, he comes in my chat. I ain't got no problem with him. He don't act no fool in the chat. I don't have very much people dragging each other in my chat. I think people just come over here just to chill out. You know? I'm boring and old. Child Rick Reed went live. And I enjoyed myself. He drug everybody. Ooh, child, he did one of them drinking lives. And I didn't make many notes on it because I was so happy that I caught his live while he was live. And we had a ball in the chat. We were dragging and saying different stuff about different people he was talking about. And then he started calling for Trish. But before Trish got there, Zero Tolerance was in the chat. And they have a love-hate relationship. So they were going back and forth with each other. He was on, he wouldn't let him come up on the panel, but he was talking and dragging Zero Tolerance, and Zero Tolerance was typing back to him because he kept telling him to drop the link and stuff, but he did not let him up there. And then he seen Trish. Well, he'll call for Trish. I think somebody went and got her because I heard she was over at Pizarro. So she finally came and she hit the link. And he was talking to her about the Belize thing. And he said he had won the YouTube award a couple of years in a row. He said that the way he calculated that Trish owed him around $10,000. And he said he have not got no free flight to New York. He ain't get none of the stuff that she promised him. But he want his payment. And he said he, will take $10,000 for winning it them 3 years. Well, then she come up and she started talking about, they were talking about, he asked us some questions about Rob B. privilege. And Rob B. had sued Trish over the butterfly effect, that name. And Rob B. privilege, she had that name first, but Trish came in and tried to swoop it out from under her. But child, they went to court. And Trish say she didn't lose. But when you go to court, somebody got to win and somebody got to lose. And Robbie saying she got proof that she won, because Robbie, she have been hitting some of the B sector panel. And then I've seen her other places, sectors. And she keeps saying she won that damn case. But she says I think she got another one against Trish. But honey, Trish, she be getting unwound. She loses it when you say something about Robbie. Well, let's get off of that and go to the next subject. Okay. Well, Rick Reed, people was putting different things in the chat. So I put in the chat, because she was talking about the Don't Dragging Kids, because him and her talked about that and all of that, okay? It was a big old mess. And so I was putting in the chat, she don't give a damn about no kids. She sits on the panel with people dragging kids, you know. And she gonna tell a lie like the mayor of New York had put in a law that it's against the law to drag kids. She telling a goddamn lie. People be dragging the president's kids. So you mean to tell me that they drag the president's kids and don't get no charge? That's stupid. And that's what I was putting in the damn chat. And she would say, people have been arrested for it. I said, who arrested for it? So we can look this shit up. Because you telling a black lie. All she do is tell black lies. Okay? Lie like a dog. And he asked her about the Belize trip. Now, I've been hearing out on the YouTube streets that she said it at Mahia's and she said it at Lemons, that the trip has been canceled. Well, on Big Reed last night, she was telling him that the ship back on. The reason that it was canceled is because now this is the biggest lie ever told. Now listen to this. Okay. Now the person that purchased the ticket to go to this Belize thing that she say, this is imaginary shit. Okay. She said that it was a woman's credit card. But the license that was sent in to the travel agent, what a concierge or whatever, that driver's license come out to somebody that's in prison. Now, do that make any sense? And then she said that the concierge, they told him to like call the FBI, do some, it was some bullshit. She did say that she had to go to the FBI office and talk to them people about her trip. Just stupid. And she said the lady don't have no YouTube channel. And she said the man in prison ain't got no YouTube channel. Well, what they got to do with anything? You know? You say you want 20 people to go. She done lied like she done paid her money, the whole thing, for the deposit of a private island for so many days, child. I'm getting sick talking about this because it's some bullshit in it. You know? And so I put in the chat to Rick Reed, I added him. I say, Rick Reed, why you ain't getting no $8,000 like she promised 357 Broadway to go to Belize? She told 357 she hit his link one night and she told him that she was wanting him to come on this trip. She would give him $8,000 in some kind of way. I think with the tax or whatever, he would have to pay her $200. That's some bullshit. Okay. So then Rick Reed want to know what the hell he don't get no $8,000. Why come Broadway get $8,000? Well, she said I was telling the motherfucking lie. So y'all know what I'm gonna do, don't you? Because you know I hang around at Broadway. That's one of my night spots. I'm gonna hit that motherfucking panel and say, Broadway, didn't Trish say she was gonna give you $8,000 and do an all exclusive trip to go for you to go to Belize? And he gonna say, yeah, because I heard it earlier when she did it. She's a dumb bitch. Can't stand this swamp donkey. Okay. She gave the name of like this concierge, a partner. The company is Philip Travel Global IG Phillips Travel Global and Associates. Well, I put that in the computer, just type it in, just see what the fuck will come up. The shit that came up was the name of the company I just said. And in Google, it had like the first one, then the second one, it has to do with this, what I'm searching for. Well, the second thing said that she was like a owner. All this is some crazy ass bullshit. And anybody that send their money to that fool is a bigger fool than she is. Just crazy. But she say that she got some YouTubers that have paid their deposit. But I would like to know who they are. But she have to have 20 people. So do y'all know 20 people that's got $6,000 or $7,000 to get her? I think she said you have to have your money in by November, some shit in the bullshit and it like that. I don't know. It's just a mess. And anything she put her hand on is a lying mess. Okay? Well, tonight I've been at Pimps and his show was good. They bought off Mink early in the show. Um, okay, wait a minute. They bought off Mink. Oh, the mayor, he was the first one that got bought off. And then they did Mink. Then they did this OG Bobby Johnson. They bought him down. And then whoever bought him down paid $100 to get him off the stage. 357. Now, before he got bought down, like 357 was up there. It was several men. SD, Bimp, Kershawn Wolf. And one other person, but I can't think who that person was. But the guys was up there just having guy talk. And they was up there for a long time just having guy talk. Well, then OG Bobby Johnson hit the link. And he got into it with Broadway and he got into it with Kershawn. And I mean, they was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But somebody paid $100 to get OG Beauty down. I mean, OG Bobby Johnson, not OG Beauty. OG Beauty be coming in here. They was just clowning, honey. Well, then after OG Beauty left, then they started back talking to SD because they have questions about why would you ask 88 for that video of having sex with somebody else, and do you like to look at wee wee and all this kind of shit. So I was just saying, okay. And then there was a guy, because I speak to everybody. Now I've seen this person before in, a couple of chats around the Mo3 Beef sector. His name is Sean Prince. And he said that a girl from his sector, and they call it the New York or the dirty sector. Now, see, it's a lot of sectors. I don't know nothing about them people. Because they got like a Oklahoma sector, a Memphis sector, you know, Oklahoma, all kind of sectors. Well, he from this dirty sector. And he said it's a lady over there. She had called the police on him. and said that he had a woman in his house and he was holding her hostage and he wouldn't let her leave. And I was saying, what? And then the guys was messing with him because they didn't OG Beauty. I mean OG, not OG. Kershaw and Wolf and 357. They didn't know nothing about the man. They was like asking him questions. And Bimp was saying, "No, he comes over here. He cool. I know him. He was like not wanting them to get on him too tough. And so then they started asking him questions regarding what happened. The police did go to the house. Hey man, you got a girl up in here. And then he explained it to him. There's some YouTube shit, and the police didn't do nothing to him. But see, that's some silly ass shit to call and say I got somebody holding I'm hostage in here. These folks ain't got no kind they ain't got no life. They are too immersed into YouTube. And then, like I say, some people it's making them lose their jobs. It's making them lose their families, their loved ones, their girlfriends, their wives, their husbands, or their boyfriends. It's just a mess that people would get that involved into a entertainment application. That'll be like me falling in love with my TV or my laptop. Y'all help me with this, help me. Y'all help me. This is crazy, ain't it? Some of this shit don't make no sense that be going on here, but this is really happening. Hey, Sherry Berry. Sherry Berry. Sherry Berry been over the beach sector today. She been in the Mo3 beach sector. She been moving around, child. And Sherry, was you lying for real or was you telling the truth about Gina then? Hey, Libra. Because I heard you over there telling 357 them that you was lying. Hey, Angela White. Hey, Love Blake. Hey, the Sassy Show. You ain't in no meeting. Girl, I heard you been hitting a whole lot of panel. Teresa said you been hitting everybody panel. I haven't been in a mood to hit the panels lately. I think I spoke to everybody. But yeah, I haven't. Sometimes I like to hit them, and sometimes I really don't care about hitting them. And right now is a time that I'm just like, oh, I just want to watch, you know, and that's all I've been doing. Broadway got bought down. He must, he must be getting on their ass. Yep, I sure hate I didn't. I missed that. I wonder who bought him down. I know they was clowning, but you know that I said, let me go on and go live because I know Bimp ain't no telling how long his live gonna go. And when I seen Broadway hit the link, I said, oh shit, it's gonna go be on and popping, you know. So ain't no telling who all gonna hit that link tonight. And so that's why I came on and did my live so I could run back over there. You know, I wanted to get mine out the way. And that's what I've done. Hopefully I have more to talk about tomorrow. Um, I, I'm gonna be at Bimps, and like I said, I'm gonna swing through by Brenda's, and I'm gonna go by Lolo. And see, I got to catch up on some of Lemon live. I hadn't seen him in a week, and so I got a lot of red balling to do on Lemon, and I'll catch you guys up because I've heard that he been having some hell of a panel. So I'm gonna get over there and look. and see what's going on. But y'all, I'm getting ready to get off of here. I got a little bit over an hour. But if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Every subscription counts. I'm trying to get to 3,000 and I'm alone. I ain't gonna never get there. Maybe I get there by this time next year. Shit, I don't know. But I really appreciate you guys spending time with me. And I'm getting ready to get back over here to Bimps. Ooh, child. I wonder if Broadway gonna go live since somebody done bought him off. Ooh, child. Oh, Bimp got it where you can roll it back. I'm gonna roll that back. I got to see, what was going on while I was over here for this hour. Because I like to see Broadway go off. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.